March 6, 2023. God of Hellraiser is flying MiG-17 in the of Rocky Canyon fighting against the USA and Germans. We start halfway point of this recording records because it's a big map, starting in MiG-17 in the cockpit. As the MiG approach halfway point of the map, the MiG pilot looks to his left and spotted 2 bandits in that area. He began to turn left to intercept the 2 bandits. Later spotted another bandit higher up than the others 2, who he was going to intercept. But all 3 bandits all decided to go after my teammate, the Sea Vixen. So MiG pilot planned to pitch over into a steep dive to intercept the bandits, hoping to save his teammate. MiG's speed builds rapidly and he's going too fast. By the time Hellraiser realized it, he couldn't go after the F-4D, his main threat. So he decides to go after a 4S, extended his air brakes to decelerate, to get right behind them. Luckily, none of them notices him, so he prepares to fire R3S, or what known as the copycat heat-seeking missiles, at the A4E. Splash 1. So now he's going after his main threat, F4D, but decides to go out for the A4, seeing a free easy kill and to revenge his teammate. Splash 2. Now going after the F4D, and this time he is not going to let it go. He fired the R3S too early and it missed. Realizing this, he shoots his guns immediately, and before the F4D can do any defensive maneuvers, Swift behind me took my kill. At the time, Hellraiser thought to himself return back to base to get more ammo. Or, looking around, he saw the FJ behind him. He thinks, should I engage him or should I return back to base? Seeing that the FJ is coming at him, he decides to engage him. But once he checks his 3 o'clock, he sees F4D, the only thing he knows that can outperform him in a dogfight. Hellraiser, realizing that the F4D is coming right at him. Hellraiser waits for the F4D to get close to him so he can turn it into a 2-circle and hopefully kill him. As Hellraiser cranks his MiG-17 to the right and starts diving, when the F4D finally passes over him, he decides to pitch his nose up hard and turn left. He blacks out and starts losing control for a couple seconds. When he finally comes to, he gets his guns on F4D as quickly as possible and starts opening fire, sadly not instantly killing him. Noticing that the FJ is coming at him, decides to engage him and ignore the F4D on fire, hoping that he'll burn alive. He tries to get guns on him, but he missed all his shots. Now low on ammo, he must kill the FJ quickly before the F4D comes to assist his teammate. But he realizes that the F4D couldn't fly anymore, and it's going straight into the ground. Splash 3. Out of nowhere, another bandit, a MiG-15. Hellraiser decides to ignore MiG-15 and continues his pursuit. But FJ notices Hellraiser. So the FJ pilots decides to make a mistake and turn too hard right. He overshoots, and decides to go for my teammate F-86. But before he can make any decision on to who to engage, Hellraiser shoots his elevators the back of his plane. But sadly, the F-86 did not back off and wanted to kill FJ, and he ended up dying. Hellraiser noticed that the FJ isn't doing anything defensive maneuvers, so he decides to extend his air brakes, get behind, and use the remaining of his bullets to end the FJ. Splash 4.